Hey everybody, welcome back. Monday Morning Briefing, episode number 106, and it's Monday, December the 4th, 2023. We're actually getting this one in on a Monday. We're beginning our December. We ended our November with our Black Friday through Cyber Monday sale. As many of you are aware, the last time we had a Monday video, we talked about that. It was about to start. It was that week. It was an amazing sale. I want to thank everybody that took part in that sale. Hopefully you got some good deals out of there. You got some of the things you've been wanting to get. There were some great opportunities through the sale, and we want to thank everybody who participated. We have been, last week, all we did every day was package and ship and try to get everybody's orders out as quickly as possible. We have still yet a group of orders that will go out this week. Hopefully today, the bulk of them should go out today. We're waiting on the back orders for some of the printed patterns. So like we talked about before, everybody on the newsletter overwhelmingly said, please allow back orders because that's their opportunity to get the patterns that they want at a little discounted rate for the sale. And so if we sold out, then they wouldn't be able to get those. So we allowed back orders during the sale. We will do that periodically throughout the year depending on what's going on, but during the sale it's always kind of a question on whether we should or not, but every year we have, and everybody likes that. So if you've got an order that you made that is showing that the label's been created, you got an update from us, a notification, and it still hasn't moved, it's probably because we're waiting on a pattern. So if you bought some printed patterns, there may be one or two that we're waiting to get the refill on. We did pretty good. A lot of the bigger patterns, like the Gunsling, that is still one of our hottest selling pattern packs that we do, is the Rifle Gunsling pattern pack, and that one sold out pretty quickly. And so we've got, I think we actually got a refill of those, and then we've got another one we're waiting on. So I thank you for everybody that's interested in that pattern pack. That's been our longtime best-selling pattern pack that we've done. Maybe we'll do an updated version of that in 2024, so we'll kind of see, but that one seems real popular. A lot of people like making gunslings, rifle slings. They're a lot like a belt. They're not really super difficult, but it's a lot of room to do some artwork and personalize, and it doesn't have to fit anybody. It's just got to fit the gun that it's going on. So that's always kind of cool. But yeah, patterns were our hot seller. They sold really well, and like I said, if you're waiting, if you're kind of curious on where your order is, if you've emailed us, we've tried to respond to you as quickly as we can. We weren't in here over the weekend. We got the last bit of orders that we could do. Actually, we had all the orders out that we could, that we weren't waiting on a pattern on. So we got everything done last week except for the ones we're waiting on patterns. And some of these, the bigger patterns like the buckhorn and things, those actually have to be folded. So that's what takes the most time on those. But we're expecting those today. And then maybe, I think there's one that she said I might have tomorrow or Wednesday. But we're expecting those any moment. We might interrupt the Monday morning briefing if he comes in. We'll have to break for that so I can go grab those. Once they get here, we'll fill the boxes, because if you had other things in that box or in that order, we already put that together. We've already pulled that. Everything's ready to go. All we've got to do is slip the pattern in when it gets here and drop it off at the post office, and it'll be headed your way. But as usual, if you have any issues with an order, if it's showing that it's at a standstill in Atlanta, Georgia, or wherever, give us a holler or shoot us an email, because sometimes our post lady, she can look stuff up a little bit differently than you and I can track. I pretty much see the exact same thing you do, but sometimes we can ask her and she can kind of give us advice on whether it's going to go ahead and make it, or if we should just go ahead and send another product. And obviously, if you get your package and you're missing something or whatever, just let us know. We did have some very helpful people in that were helping us last week. Good friend of ours, she worked really hard all week long helping us package, and we tried to train her on what was what size was this, what size was that, what patterns and things. She did a great job, but me and Claudia screw things up all the time, so it's not surprising if you get the wrong. The biggest deal is like the rifle sling and the rifle scabbard. Those two patterns, and I had one this morning, a guy ordered the rifle scabbard, but he got the rifle sling, which happened a lot last year, because if you remember, last year's Black Friday, the rifle scabbard came out that weekend. That was our big project video reveal that weekend, was the rifle scabbard. And I should have named it just saddle scabbard. I shouldn't have had the word rifle in it at all, because I've made that mistake a couple of times where you just read the packing slip, rifle, and you just grab the rifle sling, or vice versa. So it's a little confusing. So that's my mistake. That's what I'm learning as we develop more products and stuff, is try to give them kind of unique names, just so when we're reading packing slips, we know what we're packaging. But yeah, had some great help. My kids were in here helping as well. So we were able to get everything packaged up and everything out, like I said, except for the ones we're waiting on the patterns for. It was a fun sale. We had a good time. We had a great week last week. We organized the shop a little differently in preparation for the packaging of everything for that sale, so that we were more efficient in here. And I think a lot of that worked. So we've got some new ideas too on how to make it even more efficient for next year. And so hopefully we'll get better and better every year. As far as what I'm working on now, this weekend I took both days, Saturday and Sunday, and just stayed out of the shop because I was in the shop for the last 7 days, long days, trying to make sure the sale was running correctly. Also, and just doing stuff in here as far as the packaging. So I went ahead and took Saturday. We had a little day and went and got some stuff. We moved some cows on our place from one pasture to another, so we had to do a little bit of fence work and stuff. And then yesterday we just had a work day at the house, and I worked on some stuff that had that's been neglected, let's just say, over the summer and the early fall here, because we've been so busy. So we just stayed around the house and enjoyed a good work day and got some stuff done. Got back in the shop early this morning, and like I said, we're just doing that, checking on some orders, checking on emails, and just kind of hanging out, ready to get to Christmas. So we're now that Thanksgiving's behind us and all that, I'm sure all of you are feeling the stress, of what orders that you have and things like that. Christmas is going to be here before we know it. So we've got an event this weekend here in town that's going to be it's called the Wine Walk, or the Mingle on Main is what they have here in downtown Moulton. And so that's our biggest little local event as far as what we do. That may be my patterns. I'll be right back. All right, so that wasn't our patterns. It was a customer that just came by and wanted to look and stuff, which is not a good time to come look because the shop is a wreck right now. We've started taking down the fall decorations, and we'll start putting up the Christmas decorations for this weekend's event. And so that the shop is kind of embarrassing. As dirty as it is and messy as it is, there's things just kind of thrown about up there, but no worries. She just wanted to kind of look around. But yes, we're going to be doing a wine walk this weekend, or the Mingle on Main. It's going to be a good event. Like I said, locally, it's our biggest event that we do, just as far as in this community. That's their big end of the year deal, and so they have a little street dance and stuff like that, and it's a lot of fun. So we're going to be getting ready for that. We're going to decorate, and then we're mainly just now, once we get these other orders out of here, then we're pretty much just going to be making some product to put on the website for Christmas. I'm making some new wristlet purses. We've got some leather left. We do have some wristlet purse packs on the website, material packs. So if you've been wanting to make some of these and you don't want to have to cut all pieces out or whatever, we do offer some material packs. A bunch of those sold during the sale, but I have a bunch of, not scrap, I have a bunch of bag leather. We're going to be making some product for the floor. I may cut out some more of these and put them on the From the Cut Bench page on the website. And so if you're looking for stuff like that, I know it's getting close to Christmas, but if you're just wanting to make maybe one or two little items so that you can add to your availability to customers that are kind of running too close to the wire and can't get something custom ordered, these are a great option because they make neat little gifts. And this one here, I've got just it's almost like an olive colored leather, and then this is a milled veg tan, and I may throw a few of these on there. We'll just kind of see. I cut out like 6 and started piddling with them this I guess on Friday after we took the last bit to the deal. I had been kind of tooling these panels, the yokes and stuff, over the last 2 or 3 weeks, just kind of tooling a few and throwing them in a box. And then so I was like, well, I'll start putting those together. So I did that Friday evening before I went home, and just kind of playing with that. And then I'm also working on another 10-inch round purse. I've had a few people email us and ask if we're going to do another video on a round purse and readdress that from the one that I did here recently on Instagram. And I believe I am. I'm going to make one more and just kind of figure out exactly how I want the gusset system to work, because I feel like the one I did is much better. And it's a little more involved than the original round purse video that we did, but I think it's going to make just a much nicer bag as far as a little bit higher end construction. And so we'll work that out, and maybe that'll be one of the newer videos that we have come out after the first of the year. We might have a couple more project videos before Christmas. I've got a couple little small things that would make just neat little projects to make, good little items that you can use, scrap leather or whatever, and you can tool some, but they're not super involved like a bag. As far as bags, our simple briefcase, everybody seems to really like that, and I'm really excited because I really like that bag, and it seemed like a lot of people wanted to try to make one of those. I think it's a fun bag. It takes up a lot more leather, but it's not quite as much as a normal briefcase, and I think it's going to be a fun project, especially if you've never done a bag before. It's one that's not too terribly intimidating as far as the way it goes in. So if you haven't checked that video out, that's one of the ones that posted over the Black Friday sale weekend. It was the simple briefcase and the bridal bouquet wrap, which that one you can kind of do whatever you want. You can kind of make it however. I saw a few of y'all on Instagram making those already, whether using our templates or the acrylic templates or the pattern. I even saw a couple guys that had just made it their own style and just decided to try their hand at making one on their own. They're just really fun. They leave a lot of room for artistic creativity and stuff, and they're not hard at all to build. So those are really good items. So both of those project videos are doing really well. And so like I said, I've got a couple more. I've got a list of stuff for next year that we're gonna start working on and start trying to get those videos shot and stuff. And but I got a couple little ones that we might try to fit in here before Christmas time for you guys, because I think they're gonna be a neat little item that you can add to your collection, especially if you go to like little market days or little fairs or whatever. Set up your booth, ropings, whatever you're doing. These items are much like knife sheaths. You can't have enough of them. People could just pick them up and buy them for gifts or stocking stuffers or whatever it might be. But yeah, just having fun with that. And like I said, just going to be working and rooting you guys on through the Christmas season. I'll be showing some of the projects that I'll be building, and we will be doing a countdown. Cannot do the snowman update this week, unfortunately, because we still have all of our Christmas decorations packed, and I don't want to have to try to find it first thing this morning. We're going to be unloading that stuff, and so hopefully we'll start doing that. But we can kind of give, I think what we all decided on the last Monday video was on the last ship date as being the 15th. That would be next Friday. Yep, that would be next Friday. Possibly the 18th through the 20th you could still ship, but you got to remember that there's this week, then 3 weeks till Christmas. So you've got 3 full weeks. And then Christmas is on a Monday, and this year, and so you're going to be, if you ship on Friday, it's not going to get there. Even with Saturday delivery, I wouldn't count on that. So I would backdate that at the latest. I would ship maybe the 20th, depending on where it's going. That would be on a Wednesday. But I would say if you really want to stay conservative, make sure that you've got it where you need it and that it's going to get there in plenty of time. I would say next Friday would be your last ship date. So if you can hustle this week and hustle over the weekend and then next week and ship by Friday, you'll be good. If something breaks loose, you can ship it Monday. It'll still give you 5 business days to get where it's going. That'll get most places in the U.S. Within 5 days UPS or maybe even post office, depending on what you ship with. But just to be safe, if you can, I'm not trying to stress you out, but if you can, let's shoot for next Friday as being your last ship date. And then all your local stuff, you can do that and hand deliver that or whatever. If you got, people in your town or whatever, they can pick up even on Sunday before Christmas Eve. That's be kind of cumbersome. Everybody's usually busy that day, but you can certainly do that. once we get through Christmas, New Year's, we're ready to go on 2024. We're getting excited about doing our classes in here next year. Like I said, be a part of the newsletter. Go to dgsaddlery.com, sign up for the Leathercraft newsletter, and you'll get notified whenever we put that class schedule out. I don't know if I'll do the whole year, but I'll definitely put out, like, say the spring, because the things we've got to contend with in the spring is going to be the Prescott Leather Show at the end of February. We'll be going to that, as well as the Sheridan show in May. And so those are the two big ones in the spring that we're going to be planning for, and we'll have to work around. But outside of that, we'll pretty much be here, and we'll be able to do some classes here and stuff. If you haven't, I haven't checked the class schedules for Prescott. I don't know if our classes are full yet, and so last time I looked, there were still spaces available. So you can go to the Leathercrafters and Saddlers Journal's website, go to events, click on the Prescott show, and you'll be able to see that class schedule there. There's a ton of great instructors out there. All of them. There's so many opportunities to do anything from airbrushing to tooling to drawing to working on machines to saddle making. There's all kinds of classes that guys offer. Some of them are short, some of them are all day long. Some of them are a couple days long, so you can kind of go through there and read about those different classes and workshops and get signed up for that. And like I say all the time, if you're going out there and you can go a few days early and spend a couple days in workshops, it makes the whole trip even that much better, because you're not there just to see the trade show, which is obviously the main event and definitely worth going. But you're also getting a knowledge and an opportunity to work with some of these guys that are out there that they don't really do that other than at those shows. So you get to work in a workshop with them, and it's a lot of fun. So but we're excited about that. It'll be our first time to Prescott, and so we'll be going out there. I'm excited about seeing the area and seeing what it's like. I've never been there before, so it ought to be interesting. But anyway, I just wanted to pop in here. I just wanted to kind of touch base with you guys. Thank y'all again for everybody that participated in the Black Friday through Cyber Monday sale this year. It was great. We're hopefully, I guess it's an annual thing. We'll be doing it every year, and we learn every year that we do it. And so that we hope that any feedback from you guys is always appreciated. And we want to thank everybody that took the opportunity to save a little bit on some products and for the support you guys give us all year long, because that really kind of keeps us going. That keeps us motivated on what products we need to create, what things we need to do. We watch what you guys are interested in as far as from our videos, our content, our reels, Instagram, all that stuff. Depending on what the feedback is, then that directs our focus on what kind of project videos we're going to have, or what kind of tip videos we're going to do on tools or whatever it might be. And so we really appreciate all the feedback from you guys and all the support that you guys give us. So if you haven't already and you want to be a part of the Leatherhead crew there in our newsletter, be sure to go to dgsaddlery.com, and like I said, on almost every page of that website there's a form where you can just put your name and email address in there, and it'll sign you up for the Leathercraft newsletter, and that'll keep you connected with us going into 2024, and that way you'll know where we're going to be, what classes we're going to be offering, what shows we're going to be at, and any new products or videos or things that come out. You'll be one of the first ones to know, because we always send everything to the newsletter first. I'm going to get back at it in here. I've got some cleaning to do, I've got some organizing, and I want to work on some projects. I've been doing computer stuff and shipping stuff and all that, and so this week I want to take at least a day and work on some leather projects. I've got a saddle I want to work on and other customers I need to start, and so we're going to try to do some saddle shop stuff, at least some this week, but we will be working on some videos. And I appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see y'all next week in the Monday morning briefing.